Hey everyone, good morning. We have welcome to Voice from Ukraine. We have a lot of serious news to update with you today. Today is a very serious day. A lot going on. You might have saw some of you that have been listening to the news or heard overnight breaking news. Today, not only have the attacks intensified in Ukraine. Um, there's a lot of death, a lot of, I mean, yesterday alone there was a town, people waiting in line to get food. 20 people were killed. Rocket hit right into them. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And if, for those of you that didn't get a chance, I put that in our Substack letter out earlier today, giving you the whole update breakdown of all the attacks, everything that's going on. But it also went a little further today. Today, as me and Alex have been warning all of you, and this is not to scare you, but we've been warning you because this is exactly now playing out what we've been talking about. Is today Putin, after doing his theatrics in Alaska and having Trump bring him back onto the world stage, after going to China and then negotiating next steps and the attack, we've been writing and I've been telling you, warning you that the attacks are only intensifying, getting stronger, and getting more powerful. And today, we've seen them go to the next step. They're testing to see what the West, what NATO is going to do. Because today, they literally, when Russia went beyond the boundaries and attacked, I won't say attacked, but tested out and sent drones into Polish airspace. NATO reacted with having their planes in the air. Poland shut down, what's it called, airports. There was no casualties, thank God. But again, this was not an accident. This was not by accident. This was intentional. This was discussed in Beijing. This was part of seeing how far they could push it. Because, as we told you from day one, Ukraine is fighting only for their sovereignty, not only for their freedom, but for the rest of the world. Because if we do not stand up and support Ukraine now and support what they're doing, we will be left to do it all in a little bit with our own kids and our own boys and girls, fighting the war. But while this is going on, and as I told you, Alex has, as we sometimes forget, but Alex is in Ukraine. He's one of these individuals. He's one of the Ukrainian people that is dealing with the bombardments. Alex has a family, he has his daughter, kids in Ukraine, wife that, he's dealing with it. But while he's dealing with it himself, in the meantime, he's out there with your help. And God bless each and every one of you that have supported, that have donated, that have contributed to the GoFundMe that we set up for Alex to go to Dnipropetrovsk. As you have been seeing, aid has been getting delivered, but Alex is now there himself. He's live here in Dnipropetrovsk. This is special. Wanted to bring you an update. Alex, how are you, my brother? How are you doing? How's it going?
I'm good, Lev. Thank you. And I want to thank everybody that made it possible for me to come here and help these people. We unloaded all the boxes. We gave it to the soldiers. We sent it to logistics close by so people can get it tomorrow already. And everybody's raving because this is like number one right now, important, especially to the soldiers. And we left the boxes with IDPs and some other places where people come from help. So before I show anything, I want to thank everybody because only because of you this was possible. Only because of you, I'm able to come here and be able to see how much help is needed and what is going on here. But first of all, what I want to say about what you just said about what happened last night, to me, it's a deja vu. It's a deja vu. This exactly. First, out of nowhere in Crimea, the green soldiers came and took over Crimea, and nobody, and they want to see what's going to happen, and nothing happened. Nothing happened at all, and everything was quiet. And what happened next? Lugansk, Donetsk, and we're fighting today. This is the same algorithm. Again, they sent, there was over almost 19 times that they broke the airspace of Europe. 19 times. Now, this is not one time, 19 times. And even Belarus was trying to shut down the Shaheds, these drones, so it will look like Belarus launched them because they don't want to be in the middle of the stuff. So this is deja vu. This is part two, exactly the way it happened in 2014. I mean, I watched it. I see the signature. This is their style. So I believe this attack on that will happen on Poland. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and if nobody flexes their muscles, people, look what happened. Look where we are today. 11 years ago, we were exactly where Poland is today, and look where we are today. But anyway, I'm in Krivo Rog. This is the city where our president was born. This is his hometown, this Dnipropetrovsk region. And from what I've seen today, they're not Russians don't fight the war. They're simply pushing people out because I've seen buildings, small little buildings, which as we go along, I'll be putting out videos that will be coming along of a building that's worth nothing, and there is nothing in it, no military targets. But they hit it with a ballistic missile that costs over $10 million, over $5 million. No logic in it. This is just to scare the people, so people move, and the people move out of town. Town dies, and they descend the artillery, and they move on. They move on. This is their signature. But I'm over here in Krivoy Rog. I chose to show you this area because this area, which was hit at the time where people were home, there was a lot of casualties. I spoke earlier. I spoke to one of the IDP centers that's not too far away from here. That the lady was running into the shelter, and she's about half a mile away. And the brick from explosion that I'm going to show you right now landed on her back and sent her to the hospital. Half a mile away. That's how strong the explosion because this was ballistic. Anyway, I'm gonna switch over the camera for a second, and I have a local businessman volunteer that's in River Rock. He's been helping helping the people here. He's been delivering the dry sharp eggs that we send him. He delivers them right to the front line because he has friends that come out of the fields and pick it up. So we are very grateful for your help. So I'm gonna turn around. So can you please tell us? Yeah, go ahead. Tell us what happened here. Look at this. You're gonna start from this.
Hi everybody.
Oh, he speaks English, Alex.
Yes, he speaks English. Yes.
Russia,
Oh, hi.
a missile attack.
Alex, we're not hearing him. It's breaking up, Alex.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me give you this.
Okay.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Once more.
Let's
Yeah?
start- let's start.
I want to show you a result of Russian missile attack on our city. That was Chamber of Trade, and rocket missile hit at this building. It's not for reconstruction. It will be deconstructed soon. Shockwave hit at two civil buildings where ordinary people lived. Roofs are destroyed, broken windows, and nobody lives into these houses because they are switched off electricity, water supply, and gas supply. And 2 weeks later, Russia hit it again. Next building. Yes, that's absolutely stable building. Ordinary people lived here. And as a result of this hit, 15 people died and more than 20 people were wounded. This building also is also for deconstruction. Nobody will reconstruct this. And shockwave hit this building again.
Well,
Look what the sorry. Give me a second. Let me just switch over. But then we have the whole over here. You probably have a couple of hundred families. Over here you have a couple of hundred families because this whole these are long buildings. One, two, three. None of them accessible. Look over there. The fourth building next to it. So the whole corner of the block is gone. And as I went, and let me just point something out. You see the way it came in? So if this was Shahed, it would have hit directly. If this was a rocket, it would have also hit at the angle. But you see how the break is? It's a ballistic missile that came from the sky. That came directly from the sky. So it could not be shut down by PPO and fell by mistake. This was up in space and came directly into this building.
Alex,
So
where are the people going? Where the displaced people that are of these buildings? Because we're seeing more and more.
these are the IDPs. These are people that gather whatever they can get, and they put them in the shelters, and then they find a place for them to live. But nevertheless, these buildings are they're already they're ready to be condemned. Nobody will ever live here. And every building there, I just shows you that there were at least half a dozen casualties in every one of them. So this is the stuff. Even I don't see reports on the news. That's why I came here on purpose because I watch the news every day. I watch what's going on, and I'm going to be put on certain other videos that I put out later. There was a playground. There was a playground that in one instant 4 buildings got hit, about 20 children died, not to count the adults. And I'll post out later that there's a hundreds of toys people put out. It was a playground. Kids were playing them as the missile came in. So the things that I saw here is barbaric. It's I mean I have no words to describe this. This is yeah, at least like in I understand the Shahed or the missile has been shut down, and it's okay. What are you gonna do? It falls when it falls. But most of the hits that I've seen in Three they are come from the top, and they hit him like once a week. It's like there could be nothing there, but they hit him with missiles.
And it's intensifying. I mean, every
Y-
day since
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to make a point, and since you've been speaking, so just so for everybody to know, there's a lot of places. Alex has been there for a couple of days now, delivering aid, and a lot of places where, especially on the front line, they don't let you take video or go live because not to give up the position of where the soldiers might be. So Alex has delivered it, and he'll share with us later some of those videos or whatever after it gets approved or audited that we'll be able to show you. But so he's been there for a couple of days, and a lot of the stuff that he's telling you and we're showing you here, folks, even the media is not, even the Ukrainian media is not even talking about
No.
because of the intensification. The intensification of the bombardment has become so bad that all of these places are getting hit, and it's all civilian. If you hear the stories, it's all civilian buildings, it's kids' playgrounds, it's hospitals, it's elderly homes. We're not hearing military bases, no facilities. And today they crossed the line into Poland. Did you hear anything about that, Alex? I mean, what's the word on the ground with this? Because I'm sure this whole thing with Poland has to have shaken
Well,
everybody.
it's shaking everybody, but at the same time, everybody knows that nothing's going to happen. Everybody know that NATO is not going to do anything about it. And I think I've read an article. President offered Poland the protection. If you want, we can protect your sky. He
Yeah.
said, if you want, we can protect because today, as those shares came in, Netherlands and NATO picked up the planes right away. So our president said, "Well, you act so quick when they go over there, so maybe we should help you to shut them down, because no planes go up when Shaheds come to our direction."
I
So,
know it's disgusting, and even more disgusting as folks, as we've been telling you, that as you could see, Trump is quiet. For
oh,
beginning of the
why
week,
is that?
he came out. He said, uh, "Stephen, no, it's not that Poland is a pushover, but Poland right now, the president of Poland is playing, in between Donald Trump. Poland is thinking about Poland, and remember, he was just in the Oval Office, and they were very close together. Poland is an ally of the United States, but at the same time, one of the things that I'm reporting on and I'm going to be talking about in the next few weeks to come, and that I'm hearing more and more, is the exact compromise, the information that the Russians have on Donald Trump and Steve Witkoff and others in Trump's circle. That it takes that is why we're not seeing anything that should be common sense play out. That's why we're not seeing, because you would think common sense wise, with all of the things that Russia's doing, with all of the times they're making Trump look like a fool, with all of these attacks and the bombardments, all the people dying, Trump walking, I mean, Melania writing a letter to Putin, save the kids. And literally, just think about how disgusting it is, folks, that literally after the supposed peace conference, this theatrics that Trump and Putin pulled off on in Alaska, the attacks only intensified. Every day,
Big time,
if you
big
read
time.
our Substack and you read what we tell you, me and Alex bring to you, every day it's been every day. I'm already tired of starting off the letter, because every morning I have to start off the letter by saying, and today it was one of the biggest attacks since the war started, and today it was even
You're
bigger.
not alone.
It's like literally every day, this is what me and Alex are talking about. This is what the people are fearing, and the hindsight, the media, less and less reporting about it. Nowhere to be found in any of the media about the attacks on Ukraine. To think about crazy, they're even downplaying the Poland. They're downplaying it. They're downplaying, instead of being in the uproar in the United States. They're downplaying it, saying that the missile might have fallen in there. They're meeting. They're
Oh,
talking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you for a second,
Go
but
ahead. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
that's not what they're saying. I saw the European report that they're saying it was not an act of attack. It was attack. It was attack on Russia, and they got in there by mistake. And another side I saw said this was Russians attacking Ukrainians that live in Poland. Now, how absurd is that?
It's getting absurd by the day, and simultaneously, these wars that Trump says, like, look what's happening in the Middle East. All of a sudden you got Israel now attacking Qatar. Excuse me. So that's only getting heating up, and then we have our ship standing on the outside of Venezuela. Then I'm telling you that I'm hearing my source tell me that he's about to invade, strategically compiled to our elections, not because of anything crazy going on there. So this is all being played out by one guy, Vladimir Putin. I mean, Vladimir Putin, and now you saw the masks come
Oh,
off in
not
China.
anymore. Is the whole clique
It's
right now.
That's right. It's China, it's Xi and Putin. I mean, the two
It's
of
a
them are
clique right
running the
now
show.
already.
The two of them are
He
running the show right
he
now.
he allowed them. He allowed them to become a clique. They were never a clique. He allowed them to become a clique.
Yeah.
Now they are a clique.
Because he thought he was going to be part of that clique. He thought he was. See, this is how this is, and that's why I'm hearing why he's so pissed off, because thought he was going to be part of that clique. But when they all of a sudden went to China and he was nowhere near it, that's why he's having these palpitations right now, and that is why we're seeing these attacks here inside of our own country. I mean, just think about it. We're like we have a civil war going on here, Alex. He's getting the troops. I mean, and literally today I hear from my sources that there are already ICE agents and ICE attacks happening here in the United States, in Chicago and other cities. He's planning on attacking Venezuela. So I mean, it's crazy to.
But it's not only that. It's not only that. Did you see how he weaponized this poor Ukrainian girl? They got killed
Yeah.
in the train station. Instead, all of a sudden, he's saying this poor girl, she had a future in our country. When on the other hand, he wants to throw out 240,000 Ukrainians out of the country. So
Thank
what
you.
are you talking about?
I mean, it's
He
disgusting.
weaponized it. He weaponized it to say, we need to bring more National Guard to the cities to protect the cities. He doesn't care about this girl. He
I
doesn't.
agree. No,
It's disgusting.
Alex, I agree with you 100%, Alex. I agree with you. I mean, when I saw them start, the right wings to start politicizing it and use it, trying
Oh
to
man,
pretend,
disgusting.
I want to throw up. I couldn't believe that this was actually happening. It was disgusting.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's what I learned over here also in Kryvyi Rog, which a little bit different from Kiev, because Kiev they're scaring people. I guess they know what they're doing. The winter's coming. They're hitting the infrastructure, and people are scared. So the more people live, the more it hurts the economy. The harder it is for Ukraine to find. They know that. But over here, what they're telling me is that it's almost a systematic. If the missile came, sometimes it would come in the next half an hour, the follow up. So the people that already saved the people, a lot of times they already wait. If they see nothing flying, then they go because they deliberately hit it again because they know right away the emergency response will come and they hit it again. But a lot of times the missile would come in, and a week later, the missile would hit the same place again, just in case it got fixed. Some places, because I've been trying, they've been showing me the places around here. Some places that they've been hit systematic like 4 or 5 times, and they don't want nobody fixing anything. They want people to get tired of it and move on. And these are places like I'm gonna put in down the road. I'm gonna put out some videos. These are places like I'm gonna put out the car wash at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock in the evening, car wash was full of people, and the missile came in there, and there was so much damage. It just destroyed everything. Or like a machinery shop that fixes cars during the daytime. They were working. The missile came in there. So they're hitting because this city, it has no military bases. It has no military factories. Maybe something underground, someplace that nobody even knows about it. But visually, every place I went, every place I took videos that we're going to be posting later, everything has a park next to it, playgrounds, center of the city. This is a peaceful town. Well, it was a peaceful town. This is a peaceful town where the comedy comes from, where a lot of other things come from. But definitely not. This is not a war town. This is not the town that they have like some coal mines and stuff like that. That's it. So they're just pushing and pushing. They want the idea is to get people out of the country because the more people live, the less taxes people pay, the less work. Some places they can't even find the bus drivers because so many people left and men are fighting. And like over here, even in Kryvyi Rih, I'm walking the streets and look at this. Let me just show you. This is the town that usually people at summertime. Look at this. Do you see one person?
Crazy.
Look at this. Somewhere far there is one person walking. This is the alley. This is like always people walking here. Yeah, I'm talking about 6:30. This is 6:30 in the evening. There should be people all over the place. There are no people because there was a siren not too long ago. So it scares people. Eventually, like I said, over here is like I was told by the locals. We wake up in the morning, it's already a good thing because we woke up. We made it through the day and going to sleep. That means the day went by and we've done something good and you look forward to the next morning. This is the life in Ukraine. You wake up in the morning, it's already a good thing. And it's everywhere. Because as you've seen, Zlav reported last night, they hit everywhere. They hit the west of Ukraine. They were hitting everywhere. It was massive attack. So this is where we are. This was going on. I'm in Kryvyi Rog, and I knew it was devastated, but what I saw was terrible. And also, before I forget, people from Kharkiv, I was on the horn today, very thankful, saying, "Oh, you're a lifesaver." And of course, at the end of the question, at the end of the sentence, they're saying, "When you coming back?" So, so because oh, can you even send it to us? So I said, I told them that I'm in Kryvyi Rog, and hopefully I'm gonna take a week off, and hopefully with the following week, in 2 weeks, maybe we can get there. But a lot depends on that. And again, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for your donations, for your help, for making this possible, for giving me the opportunity and the ability to help people. Because without you, it's like a finger, and the finger is this community, the Voice of Ukraine community, make it a fist. And I believe with the fist, we can achieve anything we want. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Lev, for devoting your time, your energy to help Ukraine. Thank you. God bless everybody. Thank you.
God bless you and Slava Ukraine. And Alex, I know
Героям слава.
you have to get back. It's getting dark and there are sirens. You got to get the train. So go get to safety. Make sure you're safe. You got to get back home. I'll speak to you later. Send me, we'll put out all the pictures. But Alex, God bless you, man. Thank you for all you're doing. And, go take care
Thank
of your
you.
family also. All right, man? I'll talk
All
to you
right.
in a little bit.
Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Thank you.
Everybody, I just want to, first of all, it really hits me right here because Alex is also my cousin, and sometimes, we're out there, we're doing this. We're here in the United States dealing with our own monster, but watching him go through what he's going through, I speak to him when we speak off the off, television, off this, and we're just discussing, and I ask him. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, phone. Wow. And I tell him about what's going, ask him about what's going on and hear the stories that he's telling me that he's going through on a daily basis is just insane. And this is part of what Donald Trump has set up for us. And I've been telling you guys all along, and now we're starting all of these things play out. And this is not about "I told you so." It's not about I'm trying to scare anybody. I just hope you understand and listen to what I'm saying to you guys. I'm just trying to warn you. I'm trying to tell you exactly what we're dealing with and what is going to happen. Because if we know, knowing information is key, and that's what we're trying to do. And that's why it's extremely important that you help me and help us and help this family, help this mission, help this resistance grow, and do each and every one of your part by subscribing, becoming paid subscribers, all your contributions. I mean, if it wasn't for you and your donations that you did to the GoFundMe, Alex would not be able, these people in Kryvyi Rog, Kharkiv, Odessa, would not be able to get a regular shower compared to what, just think about how many families and how many people, how many soldiers your help has helped while Donald Trump is trying to destroy it. And what happened today is extremely serious, folks, extremely serious. The fact that they are now, Russia is testing the boundaries and going into Poland, it's to see how they react. And from what I'm hearing, they're not going to react. You're not going to see, excuse me, you're not going to see some sort of reaction from them from the West, except for stern warnings. A lot of you say, what is Donald Trump? How can the U.S., what could Poland do? Very simply, start putting sanctions. Start doing at least the simple things that you said you were going to do. Start arming Ukraine. Start giving them more missiles and ammunition to be able not only to defend themselves but to attack. These are simple things that could be done every single day that is not being done. And that's why I say to you, do not listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Look at their actions. They're out there talking about how they're gonna, give weapons. They're out there talking about how they're gonna help out. They're out there talking about doing all of this. But at the end of how he feels sorry. But at the end of the day, nothing's being happened. There's no weapons being sent over. Ukraine's getting, and it's intensifying every day. And today they crossed the line, folks. They hit a NATO. They sent in drones into a NATO country. They did. Remember, everybody said, "Oh, they'll never do that." Remember Putin saying, "Oh, I don't need Poland." For all of those that said, "Oh no, you're being an alarmist. You're taking well." Now it's happening, and now it's going. So I'm asking you, and I'm pleading with each and every one of you, please continue the work. Don't stop, getting the message out. Continue bringing more people on, and continue doing everything you can. And for those of you that I know, a lot of you are saying, "How can we help Alex?" Well, I didn't want Alex on here yet because he's very proud, and he also gets embarrassed. So I've been speaking to one of his older sons that actually lives here in the United States, and me and him are working, together to put together a GoFundMe for Alex and his family himself. So this way we could show him some love, and take care of him, because he has no job. He's just one of those survivors like everybody else. The only difference is he has an incredible support system here overseas, like us, that we've been helping him. But otherwise, he's just like all of the other families in Ukraine right now are suffering. But he's out there trying to make a difference, and we're gonna do everything we can to help him out. So I'm working with his son to put together this GoFundMe. Once his son does it, we'll get it put together, and then we'll do what our community does, help him out. And so, listen, lots of things happening today. Not only the attacks on Ukraine, not only the attacks into NATO countries. I'm also hearing a lot of stuff that's happening here in Venezuela, also about his invasions into Chicago and other. So stay tuned. It's going to be a busy day. And for all of you later on today, a quick note: we have a special live coming up. Love remembers around 2:30, between 2:30 and 3 o'clock. I'm going to have my dear friend Brian Krasenstein from the Krasenstein Brothers on. We're gonna do a live because there's a lot of things happening with the Krasensteins that you guys might not know about. He's been in a Twitter fight with J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, but also, and I'll let Brian talk about more. But Secret Service has been showing up to Brian's house because of a lot of this stuff happening. So we are living in a dictatorship here, folks, right now. And so make sure at 2:30, set your alarms. I'll be going on live with Brian Krasenstein to give you a lot of inside information. And then also later on, you definitely want to keep informed, because I'm putting together a major breaking news about certain stuff that's going to really show Trump's relationship with Russia, and not only Donald Trump, his inner circle like Steve Witkoff, what they really have on them, what the Russians really have on these people, and why we're seeing these things. And once you hear it, once you see it, everything is going to start making sense. But it's going to take me a little time, because I have to dot my I's, cross my T's, because once I put this out, they're going to come after me even harder. They're coming after me now, because trust me, I tell you, neither Putin, no Trump, none of a lot of powerful people want this information out. And this is of what's going on and why we're seeing certain things play out. So I got to go. I'll see you at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Do your thing, our community. Go out there, spread this message far and wide. Take care.